How we doing, guys? Welcome back to another match preview for the game between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. This is another big one. Another big one. You know why? Because between now and the end of the season, every game is very, very crucial. It feels like, because we are going against Manchester City, every game now feels like a must win. Even if we're 6 points clear of Manchester City, we've been in this situation before whereby we've been 6 points clear of Manchester City and they've come back again. I remember that season, where the first season Mikel Arteta actually put that run together that we almost went on to win the league, that Manchester City actually picked us to the league. I think at this stage of the season, we're 6 points clear of Manchester City, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was when we went to that run of games whereby we played Manchester City and we lost at home at the Emirates. Then that's when the pressure began to kick on, and the 3 points felt like nothing anymore. So now we need to, anyway, we need to extend our lead. Why? Because now it will give us a lot of breathing space going towards the end of the season, because now the games will be coming thick and fast. We are in all 4 competitions now, and it's looking like it's looking like we're already having 1 foot already in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And with that, it's going to make it more like a hectic period for Arsenal, because now they'll be juggling between playing all 4 competitions, and Mikel Arteta doesn't look like a manager that wants to rotate this time around, because everyone expected him to rotate against Chelsea, but he didn't. He went out with a full squad. So now it's going to be like, okay, more minutes on the legs of the players, everything will be coming thick and fast, like, especially the Premier League games. Like, it's a must win for us, because our last game in the Premier League we drew to Liverpool, and we don't want to be dropping another point against Forest, because Forest is a tricky ground to go. Like, it's a very, very tricky place, especially the manager they've got now. What's his name? Sean Dyche is very, very good at stopping teams from winning at home, like when they are actually at home. Especially when it was at Everton with Arteta, I think Arteta has actually found it difficult to beat him most times, because I remember when he was at Burnley, there was one season like that. He came to the Emirates and he survived a 0-0 draw. And when he left Burnley, he went to Everton. His first game in charge for Everton, I remember that was the same season where we almost went on to win the league. I think his first game for Everton, again, I think it was either his first game for Everton against when he played Arsenal that season, after they sacked him. I think after Everton sacked their manager, he was made in charge of Everton at the time. I think it was Lampard they sacked. After they sacked their manager, now they signed Sean Dyche, and we found it difficult to break them down. And we lost 1-0. I remember we lost that game. I think Onana was playing for them and they scored through a corner. Yes, after that corner, I couldn't break them down. That was one of our worst performances. I think that was after. Yes, I remember. Yes, we lost to them. I remember we lost to them. That was one of the games whereby everyone expected us to win, and we went away to Everton and we lost 1-0. And that's where we started. I think then, as at that time, we were 7 points clear of Manchester City, and because of the draw against Everton, the points cut down to 4 points, and that's when the tension began. And we went to play Manchester City. I think it was either in January we played Man City that we lost. Yes, we lost to Manchester City, and the point dropped to 1 point, and that's when the pressure began to mount on us. I can't remember anymore, but I remember along that line that's what happened. That was actually what happened. And yeah, this is another one again. We're facing him as a new manager, although he's been there for a long time now. Since I think he's been there for almost like 4 or 5 months. Two months now, I guess. I can't remember. I think it's around 2 months that he's been there for. And yeah, exactly. To be honest, like, based on his standard, he has actually done a good job. Not, what's it called? Nuno Espirito has actually gave a standard. Like, the standard he has actually left in that club, like, it would be difficult for another manager to match them, except you get a world-class manager that can do something, because like, getting Sean Dyche to replace a manager like Nuno, with Nuno, what Nuno has actually done. Because for me, I feel like what Nuno did for Forest then was like is one out of 1,000 average managers that can do that actually. So like he did it, he had it, like that was a good job Nuno did. Now handing the baton now to Sean Dyche. For him to carry on, it's going to take a long time for him to like stabilize the team. And I feel like this is the first time Sean Dyche is actually managing a team with that quality. Because when he was when he was managing a Burnley, they are not as good as this. And I think like we need to take advantage because everybody are actually beating them. They lost to Wrexham last week in the FA Cup, so it's an opportunity for us to go and win. If we can't beat Forest away, I don't know if we want to win the league. This is an opportunity to say, okay, these are games we should be winning, because last season we drew to Forest. I think we drew 0-0 to Forest last season. Yes, if I remember correctly, we drew 0-0 at Forest, the Forest ground. I think we drew 0-0. These are one of the teams that will actually draw points to last season, and then we need to like rectify that this season, because we really need to rectify that, because for us to go on and win the league, these are the games that we should be winning. And in this game, I actually expect so many things to happen. What I expect is a usual low block from them, and expect them to like want to catch us on the counter. That's what I expect from them. I don't expect them to dominate the midfield. Because I'll be surprised if they dominate the midfield. And another thing that Forest is very good at, they know how to feed off the energy from the fans. And then if you can do a normal thing the way we do, like just go there, like soak the pressure, just kill the tempo of the game, just reduce the tempo of the game, quieten the crowd in the first 20 minutes, and kick on from there. And yeah, it's good to see that Gyökeres actually scored against Chelsea. I hope he brings that form back into this game, because it's going to be very, very vital for us. This game, I see this game like that Bournemouth game, whereby we went on to just go there and stamp our foot up. Although we considered through an early goal, and then we were able to like match them and score. So it was like, to me, this game is one game whereby we need to win. And if we need to, another thing again is that we need to take our chances. Games like this, you don't miss chances. I expect to get many. You cannot mind, because the way we play, actually, our style of play limits us to so many chances. The way Arsenal play, actually, the Arteta pattern limits us to so many less chances. So and that's why every chance Arsenal has feels vital, because you don't know when the next one is going to come. It's not like Man City, like the Man City of already used to get free-flowing chances and all that. But yes, this game actually Arsenal needs it's a game I feel like we should win, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very tough, because I'm like, games like these are games that I'm actually scared of. Away games. When it comes to the Emirates, I'm not so worried. But when we go away from home, although Arteta has been very good, I think Arteta is one of the best managers. I think he has one of the best win record away from home this season and in previous seasons as well. I think because of his away record, I think he's been one of the best actually. Even I think when Wenger was there, actually we were very, very bad away from home. I think our away from during Wenger was the reason why we weren't challenging for the league. But that's why Arteta has actually tightened up. I think he's actually, because of our defense, how solid our defense is, we've been able to challenge away from home, I think away from home. Yeah, so this one is a must win for, excuse me, it's a must win game for us. So maybe the tension of the game is already catching up with me at the moment, I don't know. Yes, so it's a must win. We must win this game. 3.8 a must for us, because there's like no chance to slip up now, no opportunity for us to slip up. We have a 6-point gap ahead of Man City. We shouldn't be dropping any point until Man City drop points. Man City should be the one dropping 4 points ahead of us, not us dropping points ahead of Manchester City. So this game is a must win for us. We need to win this one. And yes, with that, I'll be going with my predicted match 11 for this game. Yes, as usual, I'll start with Raya and goal. I think I'll start with pretty much that same team that started against Chelsea, apart from Kepa. Yes, apart from Kepa, I'll start with the remaining team. Yes, I'll start with Raya and goal, Saliba, Gabriel, maybe Timber on the left, Ben White on the right. But it wasn't a bad shot actually. There was an opportunity also to give Timber more game time actually, because it's actually I really like the chemistry he had with Mikel Arteta in that Chelsea game. And if you can bring that again, that will benefit us a lot, because now that we've got Ricardo Calafiori out injured, we need Ben White to be informed and we need Timber to be, because Miles Lewis Kelly is actually not really impressive at the moment. His defensive the defensive part of his game has actually, I think he has actually lost that part. So if Ricardo Calafiori is not fit to play this one, I'll start with Jurgen Timber on the left-hand side and Ben White on the right. The midfield, I'll go with Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice as usual. In front of them, I will go with this game. To me, I feel like this is a game whereby I would like to go with Eberechi Eze, but because we desperately need that win and we don't want any slip-ups, because even if we go with Eberechi Eze, I think it's the same. There's no difference, because Eberechi Eze, to me, like, he needs some game time. He needs to, like, we need the best of Eberechi Eze. We can't keep, like Arteta needs to start finding ways to make him play, finding ways to play him, because you can't bring on a defensive midfielder instead of a like-for-like replacement for Martin Odegaard anytime. So this, well. Yeah, I will go with Martin Zubimendi, Martin Odegaard as my number 10 in that game, and then the front three picks itself: Leandro Trossard, Bukayo Saka, and Victor Gyökeres. We need Gyökeres to be in top form. We need him to be in form. We need him to, like, come out, like, and just show us, like, that his performance against Chelsea wasn't a fluke. I see so many people actually giving him man of the match. For me, my own point of view, like, I don't think Gyökeres was the man of the match in that game, because I feel like that performance he gave that game, I've been seeing that performance a lot of time, but because he's not scored, I know most of us know fan base are actually driven by goals. If a player scores or assists and he's the man of the match, he has actually done well. That's what they care about. But sometimes the game is much more than goals and assists. Like, his contributions, I've seen those contributions. I've seen what he's bringing to the team. The only thing that is actually not bringing that goals, and you could see how frustrated he was when he wasn't getting the ball in time. Especially that goal he scored, I think he was very, very frustrated that Saka didn't release that pass for him in time. And I hope to see more of that. I hope he's learned his lesson, and I feel like he's actually learned from being criticized for not being in that position, and now that he's actually been in that position, he's not getting the ball. Although he's getting into those positions for me, but I don't know why people are actually saying that he's not been there. That what happened to him there was exactly what I've been saying all through. Like, he makes those runs and the pass doesn't come in, then he soaks in. Like, that feeling that when you're disappointed and you just relax, and then when the ball comes, it's then too late. I think that's what has been happening to him. Like, when the ball comes, it's mostly too late. When it doesn't come at the right time, when he's actually making those runs. When he's making those runs, those balls don't come in for him. But when he's actually now he's actually disappointed and he's actually gone back to himself, then that's when you see those passes comes in, and it feels so frustrating to watch sometimes. And yes, that's my match preview and the predicted match 11 for the game between Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, and Arsenal will be taking place today. It's not gonna be an easy one, to be honest. Like, I'm really, to be honest, I'm not really 100% confident for the game. I am going into this game. I don't know why. I don't really know why I'm not really 100% confident. Maybe because we're away, actually, or maybe because we're getting into that crucial stage, and I feel like there's that part of Arsenal that is still not over, that we're still not over with yet. And the fact that we're actually in 4 competitions this time January, I think, is rare. I can't remember. Last season we were still in 4 competitions. No, last season we lost to Manchester United. So last season we're not in 4. I think this is the first time actually Arsenal are in 4 competitions by this time of the year. 4 competitions, like, it's rare. And I hope long may it continue, and I hope we'll go on and win, do something special this season. Let's win everything. Yes, all right. See you after the game, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you later. Thank you.